Hey guys, Derek here with Ford Banger. Today I'm here to talk about the second car build that some of you guys know about, not very many of you, but pretty much here to announce the second car build and talk a little bit about what the plans are for this thing. So, opportunity presented itself to buy back another car, and just kind of like with the first one, the thing is when you get the opportunity to build a race car, buy a brand new OEM car or start with something that has been wrecked or that you can get your hands on for cheaper than what you can go buy something OEM for. I mean, that's always the idea. I feel like with building a race car, you don't go out and spend top dollar on a car and then put all the money and stuff into it and then have double what a car is even worth put into it. So Copart salvages, insurance auto auction salvages, things like that. Great opportunity to be able to do them. But I had an incident at Sebring. It's like the third or fourth time now that my Garmin's fallen off the window. Garmin's stuck to the window. In front of you guys that use Garmin, I'm sure you know how it is, and the system's good. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from it. I think it's a good beginner system for the most part, but Garmin's up in the window about there at Sebring, and I come off the edge of the track by turn 16, and we weren't even going fast. It was just a track night with SCCA. It just went out there and just to go driving for the most part, and Garmin falls down. I'm in a harness. I got Scroth harnesses. I think it's Scroth harnesses on, and Garmin falls down and hits the center console, and then falls down at my feet. And as I'm reaching down to try to get it, I can't get forward as the harness is holding me back in my seat. And it's right as I'm coming around the turn there, and as I go to press the brake, try to like stop off the edge of the track, the brake and gas press simultaneously at the same time as the Garmin stuck down there at my feet, and it applied this like crazy like power brake thing as my car was just like shoving and trying to push it through. And as it like got off to the edge of the track, the tires just spooled up, and next thing you know, the rear comes out, and it wouldn't stop. Literally would not stop until next thing you know, it goes across the track and just slams into the sheet metal lined tire wall. And it didn't do anything to me. I mean, it didn't hurt. Snapped the steering wheel out of my finger, bent my thumb up a little bit. That didn't feel too good. Shoulder was a little sore the next morning, but nothing that was too serious. But the whole side of the car and some of the front of the car or whatever, ate that sheet metal lined wall. And luckily the tire packs that sit behind that wall provided pretty good cushion, so it wasn't a very hard collision, but scraped down the whole side of the car. And so as with the other car, like anything else, track insurance is important. It's I've told everybody from the original build with Ford Banger, if you've got the opportunity to buy track insurance, if you take your car to the track on a regular basis, you're starting to pick up the pace, you got to have track insurance. So I had an instructor actually one time named Sean down there at Sebring, one of the first, or no, maybe it was Road Atlanta. It was Road Atlanta. Yep, Road Atlanta. And the really badass Corvette, got to ride with him in that thing. But anyways, he said if there's any one thing out there that's going to make you faster when it comes to doing the track driving stuff, it's going to be track insurance, and how right could he have ever been? When you get track insurance, you just kind of don't have that fear of driving. You kind of like lose that. And when anything happens, even, a mistake. I mean, the first deal with Ford Banger was, it's raining. One of the first times I had slicks, they were like Toyo RRs. Go out on the track too early, go to make a pass offline. Next thing you know, end up in the grass and against the wall. And then something stupid like the situation with the Garmin, just an unfortunate. I still like to this day trying to figure out exactly how that happened. I mean, the chain of events to be able to make that work is just incredible. What it is that I can do with this car here behind me, and then something like that's just so stupid. But But, you know, like anything else, you know, the deal's kind of like rest assured. I take all the pictures and do a track report and you know, call it into the insurance company. And after the situation with Ford Banger, open track, we had an annual policy with. They don't cancel you after one insurance. They increase your premium by 10%, but they don't cancel you. So the car that I had bought to replace Ford Banger originally when it first got wrecked, that was the car that I'd messed up there on track. And some of you guys know, I'm sure, that that I take that track with me to you know, for parts and stuff in case, you know, Ford Banger's got issues. You know, sometimes it needs a shock or some wiring or just, you know, anything that it could need. You know, not that it's needed a whole lot, but it's always there, just kind of in case anything happens and, you know, you're just trying to save a weekend. Just kind of, you know, rides around in the trailer. And sometimes I'll when I go to a new track, I'll test a new track with it, or when I'm just trying to get a new feel for the track, I'll take the other one out on the track and run a session or two with that before I you know, pull Ford Banger out, you know, and kind of go out there for a full send. So it served its purpose for sure. But she's been begging to go out there and race with the rest of you guys. So you know, the opportunity you know, to buy the car back was there for, you know, definitely a good enough price that like, you know, race cars don't have to be perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build that one up as a backup car. You know, why have a backup parts car, you know, just for parts if you know, you got another track that you can have there with you at the track to be able to race. Something happens to Ford Banger, she gets banged up again, which, you know, it's only a matter of time, you know, another 2 events or something like that. I mean, as regularly as things have happened with that. But you know, why not have a whole nother car, you know, backup car that you can just hop right in. You know, it's going to have the same feel for the most part as, you know, as the car that you were just in, and be able to continue to go, save your weekend and, you know, what have you. And also at the same time, you know, if you do want to, you know, snag a couple parts off that one, throw it on this one, then, you know, that's definitely something that I can do. So, it's going to look the same. I mean, very, very similar car. You know, it comes the Rapid Red with black painted stripes. I mean, that's everything in me. I mean, favorite color is red, second favorite color is black. I mean, it's, you know, obviously as I, you know, I rep strange music, Tech 9, you know, it's been a huge part of my life, and, you know, counseling and things like that through music. And, you know, the red and black thing is just where I've been. So, they're going to look similar, but they're going to be very, very different cars. The idea is that the drivability is going to be similar in an extent, but you know, the car that I'm building now is going to be, should I say, hopefully better handling, better power, things like that. So yeah, this, you know, this video right here is, you know, already made it to about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and probably end this now and start another video up here in a minute as I, you know, show you the car and talk about the actual build, you know, what the plans are for the build. So this is going to be a very fast-tracked build. Right now I'm in the process of stripping it down. I mean, I've got pretty much the next roughly 2 weeks, 10 days or so to get it completely stripped down and ready to go. Interior gutted, get dash out of it, all the main supports and harnesses and things like that. Everything that I did to Ford Banger that I had to learn one single step at a time and over a long period of time what to do when it came to trying to save weight, what I could pull out of the car, you know, wanting to save it in the sense of like keeping things like, you know, air conditioning for a while, you know, sitting out on the grid. I remember sitting on grid, and it was national championship last year, you know, 2024. Bob Collins comes up to me and asked why my car was running. Well, why is your car running? You know, nobody else's car was running. And I hear, you know, kind of in the background, you know, there was, I don't know if there was some idea that I was, you know, maybe doing some things that I wasn't supposed to, or, you know what, I don't know. They seemed to be pushing my car pretty hard, but neither here nor there. My car is running. He's curious as to why my car is running. And it was hot. It was like 90 something degrees that day. And I'm like, oh man, I'm hot. Got the air conditioning running. And he's like, what? Like, he almost had a hard time believing that I'm out here running the championships with a car with the air conditioning running. You know, but But I was, and you know, eventually, you know, I'd take the air conditioning out as you're continuing to try to do stuff like cut weight, and you know, as I've had some failures, you know, due to my weight, and heating issues and things like that have you know, transpired. At the end of the day, the air conditioning just had to go. I could continue to run it. There's definitely a level in which I could drive and continue to run it, but you know, sometimes sacrifices have to be made for you know, the betterment of racing, trying to be the first person to the finish line. So yeah, I will probably get this other video started here. You know, just kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit before I got into what was actually going on, and you know, probably tomorrow morning I'll post the other video. That way you guys kind of have a chance here to watch this and show you guys the car, what the plan is, and like I said, talk about the plan for the build here. So anyways, I'm gonna get off of here, get rolling. You guys have a happy Easter. You know, beautiful Easter down here in Florida. It's pretty hot, but you know, things are feeling pretty good now, so hope the rest of you guys are staying warm, and I'll be in touch here soon. Ford Banger out.